10 years ago, I could not have pictured myself dragging my family to the other side of the world to start over.
In No Escape, Owen Wilson plays an American who relocates his family to Asia. After arriving, though, they find themselves in the middle of a coup. All right, tell us a little bit about No Escape.
This is an edge-of-the-seat thriller. You know, one of those movies that the goal of the movie is to keep you in it on the edge of your seat, wondering what's going to happen next. I didn't go in with a lot of expectations for this movie. I hadn't, heard a lot about it. I had a decent time with this. I think it accomplished that goal. The real interesting thing about it is you find yourself in the middle of this coup that's going on in this country, just like they are. So you really put yourself in their shoes. In fact, I'd say that's the best thing about the movie is WWYD. What would you do? You know, if you were in this situation, what would you do with your family? How would you protect them? How would you keep them safe? And so as you're putting yourself in that situation, it makes for a really intense experience. You know, me as a father thinking, as a father, how would I protect my kids? You know, all those kind of things. So I thought it was really good. I
do like movies that make you think through scenarios.
Yeah, and it feels really realistic. Like it feels like as drastic a situation as it is, it feels like it could happen to an American family if something went down in a country and they happened to be there, you know, doing this thing. So it does feel legitimate in that way. Negative-wise, I just didn't buy Owen Wilson in this. He's maybe played one too many quirky Wes Anderson type roles, and so when he's trying to be this intense father, it was a little distracting because I'm used to seeing him as just kind of a funny guy cracking jokes, you know, that kind of thing.
Which I think is probably who he is, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. It wasn't awful, but at the same time, I didn't buy fully into it. And I think it might have even been better if they had let him be a little humorous at points and a little less intense. So then we kind of get to see that come out of him and it makes a little more sense. But as it was, I didn't think it worked all the way through. Also, there's some things in here that do stretch credibility, especially towards the end. Overall, I gave it a B. All
right, B on that one. Okay, on to movie number 2, War Room. A seemingly perfect family look to fix their problems with the help of an older and wiser woman. And this is a faith-based film.
Yeah, this comes to us from the Kendrick brothers. They did movies like Courageous, Fireproof, those kind of movies. And that's the first thing to know right off the bat is this is a religious movie. This is a Jesus movie. There's, you know, this is a movie that is meant to...
This is WWJD.
Exactly, right? That's right. It's kind of a visual sermon is what they do. So it's like hearing a pastor preach a message, but instead seeing it on the screen, you know, as a movie.
Right. Love Priscilla Schreier. She's great.
Yeah, no, and she does well in this. Of the faith-based films that I've seen, a lot of the comments are about how the acting isn't up to snuff. This one wasn't as bad as a lot of them. It wasn't great, but it wasn't as bad. I thought the acting was kind of up a notch in this one. Some of the other production values are down, but what I loved about it is that there's that real focus on message. It feels like, especially if this is a message that's going to resonate with you, I think you're really going to love that message coming through, and it's a message about what prayer can do in life, what it means, how powerful it is, and how it can change things. So I think you'll enjoy that. I think the humor works in some of kind of the down parts. The thing I didn't like about this movie is it's kind of like, do you ever have a faucet in your house where you can't seem to get the water flow right? Like it turn out it'll either drip or it just goes way and then it splashes all over you.
I have that in my kid's bathroom.
That's how this movie feels with emotion. It feels like they can't get the emotional flow right to it. It's either like all on and it's everybody's bawling and crying and having catharsis, or it's just non-existent. It's almost binary, if that makes sense. It's either on or off as a light switch. And because of that, the movie feels kind of start and stop. It feels a little over the top at times, a little soap opera-y, if that makes sense. So that was the thing I didn't like about it. I don't think it used its emotion well, as far as, you know, kind of the intensity of it and the drama of it and the journey of it. So, yeah, as far as the movie making, you know, knowing how to tell a story, I don't think it did that perfectly. Really, overall, it averages out for me to be right around a C.
Cool, okay. I want to see that one. Those both seem like ones to see, you know?
They are both movies geared to a specific audience who's going to love them. You know, whether it be that action thriller audience or, you know, whether it be the Christian audience going to the movie theater. They're going to really enjoy that movie because it was made for them, you know?
Cool.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. All right, thanks. Aaron Dicer, your movie friend, reviews all movies when they come out at KY3.com.
And there are a couple more out this weekend. Diary of a Teenage Girl, I think, is out, as well as another one. I'll have reviews for all those up, links for all those up at the website.
Cool. So, all right, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, have a good one. Well, need a place to put your fall mums when we come back. Jeremy Rave has the answer. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us.